Hey y'all, you're watching Back Porch Cooking and Reminiscing, and I'm Roger, and I sure am glad y'all are with us here today. So today we're going to be doing one of my dad's favorite dessert recipes. And he made this all the time, and Audrey tasted it and she loved it, so she had me go to his house and write down the recipe. And it's probably a good thing that I did because my dad's no longer with us. And if I hadn't wrote this recipe down, we probably wouldn't have it to be able to make it for you today. But it's called a sweet Georgia pecan cornbread cake, and it is delicious. So hang in there with us, and we're going to get to making this. It's simple, it's quick, it's easy, and doesn't cost a lot of money to be able to make.
Yeah. Porch boards sway in a slow rhythm. Got the screen door sighing a low hum. That old wood stove is cooking something good. Smell of bacon filling up the neighborhood.
All right, so the first thing we've got here is we've got 2 cups of self-rising flour. Now to that, we're going to add 1 cup of white granulated sugar. And then we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar. All right, and let's give these ingredients a little mix around there just to kind of incorporate the flours and the sugars. Now, with this recipe, my dad always added raisins to it. Now, we're not huge raisin fans, so we're not going to put any raisins in it. But something you can do is you can put any kind of fruit in it that you like. And I just heard our oven beeping, so I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees. And we've about got this all mixed up together here, so we will be able to start adding our wet ingredients. And like I say, guys, this is a very simple recipe, but it turns out so good. We're going to add our wet ingredients now, and we've got 4 large eggs, and we're just going to dump those in there. And then we've got a cup of vegetable oil. Now, vegetable oil is what my dad always used, so if you want to use some other kind of oil, feel free to use whatever you want. And now we're just going to start mixing this together. All right, guys, so we got that all good and mixed up. It's good and smooth and looks really good. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add in 1 cup of pecans. And like I say, my dad always put raisins in his, but you can do it no raisins, you can do raisins, you can do any other kind of fruit that you might want to put in it. Totally up to you. All right, once we get this all incorporated, and then we're just going to pour it into a 9 by 13 pan over here. And then we'll be putting it into a 350-degree oven. I think we've got that pretty well mixed up. So next step is to put it in the pan. All right, so I sprayed our pan down really, really good with some non-stick spray. And now we're just going to pour our batter straight into the pan. This is some gooey thickness here. I believe that's about it. Now then, we're just going to take this and put that in that 350-degree oven. Now let's see how long we're going to bake that. About 45 minutes. And then you want to check it with the toothpick. Now, something that I wrote on the recipe from my dad, it says that it will rise in the middle and then fall. So that sounds like that's something that it's supposed to do. So we're going to get it in the oven, So while our cake's baking, let's look at a little bit of the history of the sweet Georgia Pecan Cornbread Cake. It says that it's a total optical illusion because it contains absolutely zero amount of cornmeal. So how can it be called a cornbread cake, right? So if you look into old family recipes, indexes, and community cookbooks across Georgia and the Deep South, you'll find this quirky old-fashioned dessert under a few names: Georgia cornbread, pecan chewies, or cornbread cake, which that's what my dad called it, was cornbread cake. Because it contains no corn, why is it called cornbread cake? The secret lies entirely in the prep work. Now, my dad did chop pecans just like we did here today. But as I'm going to read this to you, it may explain a little more where that cornbread cake name comes from. The traditional recipe calls for 2 full cups of pecans chopped extremely fine, almost ground down to a coarse meal, which this would make it seem like a cornbread. When you fold those tiny pecan bits into a thick batter made of eggs, oil, flour, and a mix of white and brown sugar, something magical happens in the oven. As the cake bakes, it develops a golden brown, slightly bumpy crust and a dense, crumbly, yet moist interior texture. To the naked eye, a slice there looks exactly like a piece of classic, thick cut skillet Southern cornbread. The name was born out of a playful kitchen joke. It looks like dinner bread, but it tastes like a rich, buttery pecan praline. While the exact inventor of the recipe is probably lost to history, the dish fits perfectly into the mid 20th century wave of Southern dump and stir community recipes. It didn't require an electric mixer, just a bowl and a wooden spoon, making it a go to for lunch, church potlucks, family reunions, and neighborhood bake sales. Passing down this recipe became a bit of a local tradition. If you ask folks who make it today, they'll almost always tell you they got it from a handwritten index card passed down by aunt, grandmother, or someone they knew from Atlanta. Like I said, mine came from my dad's handwritten index card. Because the cake relies heavily on the eggs and flour and oil rather than butter, it does something unique as it cools. The center slightly falls, creating an incredibly rich, chewy, almost blondie like texture. It's a true piece of Southern culinary resourcefulness, using Georgia's most famous native nut to mimic a staple dinner bread, turning it into a legendary dessert instead. So, little history on the sweet Georgia pecan cornbread cake. All right, guys, so 45 minutes in the oven and our cake's out. It's done exactly what they said it was going to do. It raised up, then it fell down in the center. It's pulling away from the sides of the baking dish. So we're going to let it sit here and cool, and then we'll come and give it a taste. So we've let our cake cool, and there's what it looks like. It smells delicious. So I'm ready to try it. So got a good bite here, and I'm ready to give it a try. I have to say, that's pretty good cake. Now, does it remind me of cornbread as far as the texture goes? It doesn't the way that my dad made it, but the flavor of it is awesome. It does taste like pecan pralines. You got a crunchiness on the top, and then you got a soft gooiness on the bottom and the center, and it just melts in your mouth. Um, like I say, I think if we had ground them up, the pecans, if we ground them up into kind of a meal or something, it would have probably turned out to be more like cornbread. But I'm telling you, there is nothing wrong with this right here, the way that my dad made it. It tastes great. It's got a great flavor to it. And as I said, to me, it does taste like a pecan praline. So, y'all, hope you'll try this out, make it for your family, share it with your friends. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button for me if you haven't already. Click on that bell so you get notifications when we put up new videos. And guys, again, hope you'll try it. I think you'll really enjoy it. Y'all have a great day. We appreciate you being here with us, and we will see you next time.